Good afternoon. Right, I'm just getting everybody in. Happy New Year to everyone. That's it. Let's just bring this up. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me okay. It's just blasting all the cobwebs out as first one of the new year. I hope you've all had a really good New Year and Christmas. It's lovely to be back with you all. Let me just see if I can see any comments. Where are we? Oh, I'm getting some thumbs up. Hello, Jacqueline. Nice to see you. Happy New Year to you too. So, and then we've got a Jackie and a Jacqueline. Hi, Jackie. Happy New Year, Avril. Hi, Mr. Pink Frog. Everyone's coming in now. That is fabulous. I hope you've all had a fabulous Christmas and New Year. Strange for me not being in the country for New Year and first time back in the craft room, because you may have detected I'm a little bit poorly still, but I'm getting over it. So I will apologise now if I start coughing. I've got my water here ready to have a sip if my voice starts to go. So bear with me. Hello, Gwen. Mrs. Pink Frog's in. Everyone's here. Now, I don't know about you, but I just like in the new year to try and get organised for the year coming up. And my craft space at the moment does look very messy because I was quite busy towards the end of the year before I went away. And yes, it's looking a bit messy. But we all make New Year's resolutions, and it's all about getting down to actually getting organised. And I think when we get organised in our craft room and our craft space, if you don't have a craft room and you've got a craft space, by being organised, it will help you. It really will, trust me. And I'm going to share with you over the next couple of weeks some craft storage ideas that you can make very cheaply and very quickly with our Pink Frog craft card. Because as you know, with the craft card from Pink Frog, it is 350 GSM. So it's nice and sturdy. I've made lots of storage for craft card. I'm going to turn the camera around in a minute to share with you. And the great thing about it is it lasts. I mean, the stamp and die storage I'm going to show you, I've made once, haven't made again. So that shows how long it's lasted. But the nice thing being card, if you're a crafter on the go, well, I'm a crafter on the go. Mine's on the go all the time, going down to the studio and crops and things like that. So you'll find you do use it a lot, but it still lasts. But if it doesn't, you can make another one. So I think without further ado, Kim's put the links up as well for you for all the things that we're going to be doing this afternoon. So I'm going to turn the camera around and I'm going to share with you some storage that I've made. Now, we've got lots of storage ideas coming up, as I've said, over the next few weeks. So do bear with me because we can't do it all in one live hour, but we're going to get two tackled today. So next thing we're going to do is I'm going to flip the camera and get you on the overhead so we can share what is going on. So let me just bring this straight up here for you. There we go. Hopefully you can see my craft desk. Let's just making sure everything is here, because I've got a nice big box here. This is what I wanted to share with you. So can you see all of these in here? This is how I store all my Pink Frog stamps. Now, isn't that so much easier than having your stamps in packets? And this is just the start. This is how easy you can make this. So you can have them all in one spot. Okay, I'm even going to share with you how you can get hold of the labelling that I've created to put on your storage for your stamps as well. So if I open this up, you can see straight away I've got my stamps. I've got some more film here. So if I've made masks with my masket, I can keep them all in the same place that goes with the stamps, which is really useful. I hope this will help everybody. Okay, so everything is all in one place. So all of my stamp sets are all inside here. So it just makes it easy. And I've done exactly the same with the die storage as well. So we're going to share that as well with you. So without further ado, I think we're going to crack on. So I've got my Pink Frog stamp set. There we go. That's what you're going to start with. You've got the stamp sets here. And it wasn't till today when I started putting all the names together, I realised how many stamp sets Pink Frog actually have, which is quite a lot. So if you think you've got them all, I'm just going to plug my charger in on my phone there. There we go. If you think you've got them all, check out the list because you might be a little bit surprised. So today I'm going to be using our A4 craft. Okay, now you will notice that this has been on a deal this week. And I'm thinking, right, and collecting. I've left my notes in the other room by my computer. So Kim, bear with me, share with me. So they're getting the craft card and it's on a bog off, if I remember correctly. And I think on the bog off, you can get 200 sheets instead of 100 sheets. And if you signed up for the Pink Frog newsletter with your 10% discount code as well, you will get this down. I think it works out at 7p a sheet. Kim, can you bear with me? Yes, Mr. Pink Frog has. It's a buy one, get one free on your craft card, and it's 7.5p a sheet. 7.5p. So we're going to make some storage for 7.5p, which is going to be absolutely brilliant. So without further ado, let's make a start. So I'm going to start with my trimmer. Now, the stamp storage was designed by the lovely Hazel, as you know, Hazel Eaton, many years ago. But we know with Pink Frog followers, there's new followers coming all the time. Okay, so we wanted to recap with this with you, and also means that you can get organised for 2025. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just trim my A4 down to 29.5 centimetres. I'm doing it this way. These are the measurements that Hazel has used for many years, and I just want to do the same thing. So you're taking off a little piece like that. First thing you're going to do. Then you're going to get your scoreboard, centimetres. Okay. And we're going to score this in at 14.5 centimetres on both ends on the long side. So 14.5. Now you might have to press quite hard because this is 350 GSM, and then just do a half turn and 14.5. So we're making a little gusset. Okay, so let's just fold this in half. So yes, we are going to be burnishing our little gussets here. Okay, now this die storage that or stamp storage that Hazel designed is perfect because it's perfect for your A5 stamp sets. However, what we're making here, you could create with any brand of stamp set because you can use it and then everything is all the same size in your craft room. So it makes life so much easier. So we've got our little booklet. Okay. The next thing we're going to do now is to take a piece of our 160 GSM Super Smooth, and I'm just going to cut this down to just under 14.5 centimetres, so just a little tad under. Okay, that's not 14.5. No, it's not all. That's 14.5. Let's get this right. There we go. Okay. And you're going to need 2 of those. You've got that in half. And then the next thing we're going to do is take our stamp set out of our storage. So this is how the stamp sets come to you from Pink Frog. Okay, so I'm going to do something that we don't normally recommend you do, and that is to stamp all the stamps in one go. So if you take the top carrier sheet off, you can keep that. I've got a sticky sheet in the bottom of my stamping platform. I'm going to just lay this on top. Okay, and we don't normally recommend you do this with your stamp sets because we always say stamp one at a time, don't stamp them all together. Okay, but we're going to do this in one hit. Excuse me. And I'm just using black. Now you can use any colour ink you wish. You don't have to use black. You might want to colour coordinate. You might want to do all your flower stamps in one colour, but then all your word stamps in another colour. The choice is entirely yours. Okay, this is the nice thing about it. So I'm just doing lots of a light tapping. Okay, so all the way over here. I think I've got that all nice and juicy and wet. And then take your sheet of paper, lay that on the top, and then I like to just go in with my hands and just massage or feel where the stamps are. Okay, so you can just massage them over, making sure you capture each one of those beautiful stamps. So I've got the poppy stamps here today because it was one that I had in the packet from when we did the live at the end of last year. And do remember, if you've missed any of the lives so far, if you've only just found us, do go to the Pink Frog website. You'll see a list of all the lives that we've done. The videos are on the top of the page, and you can go back and watch these as many times as you like. If you sign up to our Pink Frog YouTube channel as well, you will also see the lives over on the Pink Frog YouTube channel. So don't forget to check that one out as well. Okay, so let's have a little sneak peek and see if this has taken nicely. Oh, just give that a rub down a bit more there. Okay, there we go. That is all stamped out, no problem at all. And I will just wipe this off. Just get some wet wipes, because we do suggest you do clean your stamps after each use, because it will help with the longevity of them. Okay, so I'm just gonna give those a little wipe with my baby wipe. Now, some inks, you know, will actually colour your stamps. Don't worry about it. It doesn't damage them. It's just the nature of the ink. Things like your StazOn, things like that, that have got a permanent colour to them. Not a problem at all. Okay, so that will do. And then I'm just going to go with a dry cloth, just a microfiber cloth, and give those a little dry. Okay, we can take that off there now. I'm just going to pop that up there just to dry for a moment. So we've got our folder that we've got here ready. Now this is where you need to decide what side you're going to put your, where you're going to put, say, your say your masks, if you're using them, on which side you want to have your stamps. I think I'm going to have my stamps on this side. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is to get my EVA and stick this down. So just going around the edge with my glue. Okay, and just lining that up nicely. Okay, that's it. And then I'm going to put another piece, not that piece, it's that piece, another piece of the Super Smooth on this side, because then when you remove your stamps, you've also got the black outline. So this helps because then you know if you've got a stamp missing. So this is the other half of the Super Smooth. Again, just measuring under the 14.5 centimetres. So it just makes them easy to view. So I've still got my gusset going on here in the middle. Okay, so we'll just give that a press down. Now at this stage, this is when I like to just turn it over. Can you see here? I've got what I call an angel's hair. Okay, so this is where just with a pair of scissors, just tidy that little piece off. Because at the end of the day, this storage is going to last you a long time. And as I said, you can do this with any brand of your stamps as well. And if you say to me, okay, well, I've got my stamps in different storage, how am I going to do this? Now, don't panic, because you can. Excuse me. Because if you have missed out and got rid of your plastic storage, we've also got the clear film that you can use as well. Okay, so you can use your clear film for this too. I'm now using some of the red line tape, and I'm just going to do a border around the edge. Okay, because I find this works better. There we go. And you're going to do that on all 4 of the sides. Okay. So, you know, apart from getting your craft card, if you haven't already got your craft card, and with the bug off deal, it really makes sense. Now, I know some of you out there have already gone mad with making this storage in the past. So, you know, it's great that you can make more, because we're always buying more supplies, aren't we? And actually, I find it's quite nice to have everything looking the same in your craft room. I think that gives you a sense of satisfaction as well. So just give that a little burnish down. Now I've just gone in with the 6mm because I think it looks a bit tidier, but you can go on with either size you like. Okay, and I'm going to do exactly the same on this side as well. So this is where, now if you've got rid of your stamp packaging in the past, this is where you will go on with your clear film. Now Pink Frog also have the clear film. You don't have to use acetate. You don't have to use expensive construction acetate, because all you're doing basically is just creating a layer for you to be able to see if you've got any stamps missing, firstly, and also somewhere to put your masks if you're using our Pink Frog mask kit as well. So lovely to see so many of you tuning in. So thank you very much for joining us back. Now, it's normally the lovely Claire on a Monday, but today you've got me because Claire had a future engagement. So you've got me today, and Claire will be joining you on Wednesday this week. So she's going to do my Wednesday slot. We've had a little swap this week. So it'll be Wednesday, Claire's back with us, and she's going to bring some gift bag making with the other offer. And if you're wondering where you're going to see all these offers, do sign up to the newsletter, because you'll get an email about what is on offer. Okay, so the lovely Claire will be with you Wednesday. So we've got this now going on. So we've got our storage, okay, and we've got everything here ready to go. So we can now start adding our elements to it. Now we've got our stamp set on this side. And you remember we had from our packaging the other piece of our stamp set. But as I said, if you have disregarded or got rid of some of your stamp set, Pink Frog do this lovely film, and you can quite easily use your film to do your other side of here as well. And all you're going to do is to cut that down again to 21 centimeters by just under 14.5 centimeters. Okay, so that is your clear film. So now let's stick this in. I'm going to start off with the clear side first. So let's remove our packaging, or our red line tape, I should say, not packaging. And this is where you've either just got to go for it, or you can do little angel wings if you prefer. Choice is yours. I'm just going to go for it. So it's a bit hard to see. I should have put, you know what I could put down? Another piece of brass card. That would help, wouldn't it? Then you'd be able to see. So let's pop that under there. That makes that a little bit better. You can see what I'm doing then. Okay, so we're going to line this up. Now it's going to be a little bit bigger, but this is why I say line it up first, and then you can trim it down. So give that a good burnish all the way around. There we go. Okay, you will see, can you see there is a piece overlapping? That is quite natural because it's slightly bigger, but you're going to do exactly as we've done before. We're just going to trim that away because we don't need that. There we go. Trim that piece out the way. So that's our piece that side, ready to put any masks for our stamps or anything on there. Okay, and now we're going to concentrate on this side to put our stamps. So again, let's peel these all off. If anybody's got any questions, please do leave them in the comments, and Kimberly will be able to help you, or I'll be able to help you. We can come back and help you at any time. Oh, where are we? Oh, Pauline says she's made some of these. Made 39 in the last year. Oh, wow. So she has been busy. Now, this time we're going to stick our stamps on this side. So again, just lining it up. There we go. That could have gone over a little bit more. And then where you got your red line tape, just give that a little burnish. Okay. And then we're just going to flip that over on the other side. Just trim that down. There we go. And I've got a little bit of notice there at the top. So this was designed by the lovely Hazel Eaton. Okay, so big shout out to Hazel. But there you go. There is your stamp storage all ready to go. Now there's the final finishing touch to this stamp storage. Now you may have noticed, let me bring mine in. I'll bring some in out of the box. You may have noticed on mine that I do the wording on them. Okay, so we've been working very hard this afternoon because I like to have it, it's just easier to go to when you've got them on your shelf or in a box. You can just see the wording really easily. Okay, but we wanted to give you the opportunity to get super organised and to be able to enjoy having these words too. So what we've done is created some PDFs for you. So again, this is where your Pink Frog 160 Super Smooth is going to come in very handy, because this is what I've printed out on my computer at home, just a home computer. I've printed these out. So this is how the PDFs are going to come to you. Now, if you go to the craft along page, you will see a section. You can put your name and your email address, press submit, and you will get an email just asking to confirm that it's you. And then it will take you, and you can print off. There's 8 PDFs with all the Pink Frog stamp names on them. So you can have yours looking as beautiful as these do when you've got them on a desk, if you've got them in your box on your shelf, so they all look the same. So let me show you how we're going to attach this. So the one I've done here is for the poppy stamps. So let's take the poppy stamp one, and I'm going to just show you quickly how you're going to attach it. Okay, so we're just going to take that to about, that's dies. Let's have Stamp Storm, because we've got poppy dies and stamps. And I'm going to show you what I did with that one as well. Just come over a little bit more. So we're going to trim that down there. Sorry, I moved out of shot there. And let's bring it down to about there. Now, you will have noticed I've put mine on, and I've put a sticky back plastic covering on the top of mine as well. You can trim it down a bit. You don't necessarily need to have it that long. Personal choice. If you want to have it going all the way along, feel free to go all the way along. The choice is yours. I think I'm going to chop a little bit off. Okay. And then I'm going to bring my scoreboard up, because what I've done is I've done it in a smaller font and then a larger font. So the smaller font will go along here, and then your larger font comes here. So if you look at Ticket Express, the smaller font is going along the top there. Okay, so let me just see if this, I might need to just trim a little bit more off. The nice thing is it's PDFs, so don't worry when you're doing this if you're not happy with how you've done it. You've got the result, not got the result you want. Okay, not a problem, because you can print them off as many times as you like. That's the nice thing about it. So I'm just going to get my scoreboard, and I'm just going to do a 1/2 centimetre score line. In fact, I'm just going to go just about there. It's easier for me to grab. There we go. Okay. Because we thought it's quite nice for you to have the wording as well. You might have one of these fancy machines that can do your wording for you. Not a problem at all if you have. I haven't, so this is how I've done mine. So that's going to be stuck on there. I still need to take a little slither off, but that's not a problem. I'll do that, I think, just with my scissors. But this is what I said. You can print this off as many times as you wish. Next thing I'm going to do is go on with some red EVA, just to stick that down. And then, as I said, I've used some sticky back plastic to go over the top of mine, just to seal it. Now, the stamps I showed you right at the beginning in the box, the ones I've got here on my desk, these have been done for years. As you know, they used to go down to the Create Craft studio. I've taken them to crops. I've taken them to retreats. And they're still absolutely fine. So this is what I'm saying, for 7.5 pence. 7.5 pence to make some stamp storage is absolutely amazing. It's really good value for money. So if you haven't signed up to the Pink Frog newsletter, please do. Okay, because it means that you'll get to see everything that's going on. Take advantage of the discount. Unfortunately, the postage now has gone up, but with offers like this, stock your baskets up. Absolutely fabulous. So that's my sticky on, and then all I've done with mine over the top is I've taken some sticky black plastic and stuck it over. The other thing you could use is some really wide parcel tape. Now, do Pink Frog stock the really wide clear parcel tape? Because that's another thing that you could add, just to put a clear band over the top to protect everything so you're not getting it all mucky. So there's another thought. Okay, so that is our stamp storage. All done. It's already there to have any masks put on. That's the Precious Poppies one I picked up here. But you can see here, see I've got my masks all attached on this side with my masket, so I can match them up so I know exactly what I've got. So that is your stamp storage. But let's take this now to another level, because as you know at Pink Frog, we also do Britannia dies. Now, Britannia dies from Pink Frog also need storage, because you'll know that we don't... oh, Kimberly says we do have that wide tape. Oh, there you go. So we do also do dies at Pink Frog. We do the Britannia dies. And you'll know again with the packaging, they just come in the little bags. So no fancy packaging. But now let me share with you my die storage. So let me bring this up out the way to start with. So let me pop my stamps all in here. So the nice thing is when you get your PDFs, you can go through as well and tick off all your stamps, so you'll know which Pink Frog stamps you've got missing as well. So they're all my stamps. So let me pop this down, and then I can share with you some of my Pink Frog die storage. So again, they're all together, all the same size. I've even started labelling some of them as well. So let me bring in this one. So here I've got my edges and corners. So I've got all my dies there all ready to go. Okay. So that's one there. I've got my cutting, cut out sentiments. So I know they're all in one place. So I'm not going to lose anything. It's all there together. And then we did talk about the fact you got your poppy die and stamp set. So here I've joined two together. So I've got my poppy stamps, and then I've created another folder on the back for all my dies, because the poppy stamps and dies come as one. Okay. So now let's look at die storage. Let me just pop this big box down, because it's surprising how much they all weigh when you've got them all together. So let's let me bring this up. So for the die storage, you're going to use again your A4 craft card, and you will need another piece. This is if you want to do double magnetic. Okay, some die sets you might want to do single magnetic, which is absolutely fine. Okay, so I'm going to take the first one, and this time we're not going to, now remember with these stamp storage, Hazel got us to cut a little bit off. We're not going to do this time. We're going to do it as the size it is. Okay, so this is your A4 craft card, no cutting. Okay, so you've got it along your long edge along the top, and you're going to score at 14.5 centimetres. And just take your time to get in the groove and get that all the way down. You're then going to do a half turn, and you're going to do the same thing again. So 14.5 centimetres. Oh, I've come out my channel. Just take your time. Take your time. Okay. So there we go. And you know what I'm going to tell you to do. Yes, we are going to burnish. Now, originally when I've done this, I've used some mount board, but I've run out of mount board. Okay, but this doesn't mean to say we can't continue to make this. First thing I'm going to do though is make my flap. So I'm going to take my trimmer and I'm going to just cut this just under 14.5 centimetres. Okay, so that's that piece. And we're going to score this one at 21 centimetres. Now we need really 21.25 centimetres. We don't really need a half because I haven't got thick mount board. So on my scoreboard here, I've got sort of 1/4 of an inch or 1/4 of a centimetre here. So I'm going to pop it in there and I'm going to do 1/4 of a centimetre there. Okay, and again we'll give that a little burnish. Now I'm going to use magnetic sheets. Now I know Pink Frog have got magnetic sheets in stock, so if you're after getting organised with your dies and want to make some storage that's going to match your stamp sets, please check out the magnetic sheets because we don't have loads of them, so don't miss out, because once you start making storage you want it all correct. So I've got my flap, I've got my cover. Now I'd normally put mount board, I haven't got any, but we can improvise. Because our craft card is £3.50 and because we've got this on a bug off, so you're getting 200 sheets, we can make this work instead of mount board. So it's going to save you an additional cost because you're going to use this instead. So I'm going to take each piece and do a score at 14.5 centimetres. That's one. And I'm going to do exactly the same on the other. Okay. And yes, we are going to give those a little burnish. So just folding that in half. And then with my EVA, we will glue these two together. Okay, because this is going to give us the stability of mount board. The reason I've used mount board in the past with dies is because dies do work better if they've got a hard flat surface to go on. But the craft card here that £3.50 is now 700 is going to be sturdy enough. I might add my magnetic sheet to it as well. Okay. So just using your EVA. Again, I'm just going with my fine nozzle bottle. So if you haven't used yours over the Christmas period, that's what I had to do with mine today. I've had a couple of weeks off and it's been the longest I've not been in the craft room. So I soaked all my nozzles when I got back because one of them was a little bit tight. So I never risk it. Just give them a good soak and then you're ready to go. Now you'll see you've got your little flap there, which we are going to chop off. So just bring our guillotine in, or trimmer. So we just trim that off. If you're concerned at all, because it's quite thick, go in with one of your blunt blades. Don't use one of your special blades. Okay. There we go. Go, that's those two, that's that done. And then the next thing I'm going to do is to bring my magnetic sheets in, all stuck together, of course. So got my magnetic sheet here ready to go. I'm happy to cut this on my trimmer. So again, I'm going to be doing it at just under 14 and a half. That's one, just under 14 and a half. That's that one, not a problem. And the next thing I'm going to do is to stick these onto here. I'm going to go in with a bit of red line around the edge, I think. I've got the 12mm this time. Okay, so just round the edge. So if you've got other brands where you've got stamps and dies that match, you could do one half that is your stamps and the other half that is your dies. No problem at all. Okay. So I'm going to go a bit of belt and braces here. I'm going to do red line and some EVA in the middle. For our storage. It's just nice, isn't it? New year, new fresh start. You know, if you haven't got a craft room and you're crafting on a dining room table and you haven't got a lot of storage, this is great to get organised, because if you have your stuff in a cupboard, you can just take out the dies and stamps you require as well, which is all good. So just giving those a burnish. Take the backing off. I've lost my microfiber cloth. I normally have that next to me. It's dropped on the floor. Because your microfiber cloth is great for getting your red bits off. And then we're just going to stick this onto here. I was going to put a little bit of glue, wasn't I, in the middle? Still time. There we go. That's it. And I'll tell you what, that's just as sturdy as having your mount board. So let's do the other one quickly and then we can bring this all together. So don't forget, if you want the names of the Pink Frog stamps to add to your stamp storage, go to the Craft Along page and sign up. It will just capture your email address and then it will send you an email, and you click on the link and you'll get the 8 downloads for free. Okay, so you can label yours up like mine if you wish. Just gives you that opportunity to help you get organised. Okay. And it's quite nice being able to download it yourself. We've got some other things coming up that are going to be downloadable. So watch this space. Okay, because we've got some new things, exciting things coming as the way we're doing things. So let's take this one off. Oh, where's my microfiber cloth gone? It's a lot easier with that. Let's stick this one on. There we go. Glue in the middle. Press that all down. And this is where at this stage, if you just check that you haven't got any overlapping. If you have, just trim it off at this stage. Okay, so if you've got a little bit that's overlapping, trim it off. Got little angel's hair that I call there. Because obviously every magnetic sheet is slightly different. Some come in at A4, some come in at slightly bigger. So you may wish to check that out if you haven't already. Okay, that's all good. Right, let's add this now to our wallet. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to put the flap on one, because if you've got dies on these two, when you put them together, they're going to stick together because it's magnetic. Okay, so that little wallet thing we made, this is going to attach to the back of here. So I'm going to pop some red line tape onto here. But when you think we've used red line tape to make one of these storage things, we've used 1, 2, 3, 4 sheets of craft cards. Okay, which is next to nothing. So 4 sheets, 7, 14, 21, 7, 14, 21, 28. It was 7.5 with the deal. So 30 pence, 30p to make a die storage. I think that is very good value indeed, personally. And the nice thing is, well, you've seen how long I've had mine and how they've lasted. But the nice thing is, if they get tatty, you can just make some more. So I'm on the back now because I'm just going to put some red line tape on here. Do a bit of both for quickness as we come to the end. If there's any questions at all, please do feel free to ask. Okay, because we're here. I like to go in afterwards and just also answer any questions that have come up. Okay, so however small or silly, please do ask. The video will be, if you've missed it and you've come in halfway along and didn't know the measurements, the video will be on the Pink Frog YouTube channel tomorrow. Okay, so you can check it out there. So no problem at all. And if you want to go back and watch it time and again, you can. Okay, that's one. And then we'll put a little bit of red line on this one, top and bottom as well. So 30p in cards, a magnetic sheet. Now, can't remember, Kim, how much the magnetic sheets were. Can you remind me, please? So this one I've used 1A4 magnetic sheet. I've got a sneaking suspicion £1.50 comes to mind, Kim. She might be able to just to confirm with me if we've still got some in stock. So if you need to get hold of on any, do grab them quickly, because it's always good to have them, because once you start making storage like this, you'll be surprised how many dies and stamps you've got in your craft stash that you'll want to add more to. So a bit of EVA as well. We'll go over on this side. So I've got my gusset in the middle as well. Just burnishing that down. Let's just wipe the top of my glue bottle. So just put my lid on there. So there we go. There is our die storage, which is nice because it's the same size as the stamp storage that we've just created. So if you look at them together on your shelf, they're going to look absolutely fabulous. Okay, all nicely together. So we've got our stamp storage, and we've also got, open this one up, our die storage. So we could put dies on there, but when we fold it flat, it means when they're together, they're not going to stay stuck. Stamp storage is all ready to go as well. So it's nice when you've got them all together. You see, they're all going to look absolutely amazing on your bookshelf or in a box, how you store them in your craft area that you've got. So I'm just going to flip the camera around so I can see everybody. So let's just flip that around to see you all. Oh, bear with, we're on a bit of a wonk here. There we go. So you can see that I need to get my craft room organised, which is fabulous. So I want to thank you all for joining me this afternoon. So I will be back again on Wednesday afternoon. Kim's just confirmed the magnetic sheets are A4 and they're 125. So your die storage worked out 30p for card and 125 if you use the two-sided. So £1.55 to make some die storage like that you're going to get quite a lot of dies in, if you think. There you go, let's open that up. You're going to get quite a lot of dies in there, and it just makes sure everything's nicely together with your stamps, so it all looks nice and organised. So thank you all for watching. Yes, so I'll be back next Wednesday with some more craft room storage. Now I'm going to ask you a question. How many of you have got all the different size card blanks, the unscored card blanks from Pink Frog? We're going to have a little look at how we're going to store them. So don't forget to tune in with me next Wednesday, because I'm going to share some other ideas with you. And the lovely Claire will be back this Wednesday and the following Monday as well. I'm not sure what she's doing on the Monday, but this Wednesday is going to be gift bags. So don't forget to join in with Claire. If you've missed part of the video because you came in halfway through, didn't see a couple of the little measurements, and they were only little measurements, don't forget to check out the video on YouTube. It'll be uploaded there tomorrow, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Stay safe and warm in this horrible cold weather, and I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.